What's up, y'all? It's your boy KevOnStage, and today I want to talk about how to walk by faith. And it's a little thing called active dependence. This came from a devotional, and when I tell you after I read this, this is what allowed me to have the faith to pick up my family from Washington and move. And I want to share this word with you. Try the YouVersion Bible devotionals, man. They could be life-changing. So in Genesis 24, Abraham sent his servant to look for a wife for his son Isaac. And the servant was like, I don't really know how to do this. How's everything going to be cool? And Abraham's like, don't worry about it, man. Everything's going to work out. And if it doesn't, it won't be your fault. So the guy's like, okay, cool. He goes out and he prays. Okay, now listen. He already goes out, trusting. And then he prays. Now, I want to read it to make sure. His task was accomplished when he met Rebekah at the well, and his response was, "As for me, being on the way, the Lord led me to the house of my master's brethren." Okay? Now, here's the key. Along the way. The guy didn't sit there and pray and pray and pray and not move. He moved, and he also prayed. A lot of times, we have things we want to do, but we won't move. Okay? We want God to send us a sign, and we want the sign to be clear, flashing lights. Go. Go. Do this. Go here. The servant just said, I trust the God of Abraham. Okay? And along the way, everything worked out. I also want to read this section of the devotional because this was actually a parenting devotional, but it changed my life in general. And it says, okay, our fear of mistakes may tempt us to avoid decisions, but parenting, was talking about parenting, requires us to act. Thankfully, God does not ask us to rely on our own wisdom. When we acknowledge our dependence on Him and seek His guidance and strength, He promises to provide them. Here's the key. This is what really helped me. Be humble enough to seek God's will and then be bold enough to make decisions. That, my friends, was like life-changing, okay? Because the guy in the story, he prayed, in the scripture says, he prayed, "Oh God, God of my master Abraham, make things go smoothly this day. Treat my master Abraham well as I stand here by the spring while the young women of the town come out to get water. Let the girl to whom I say, lower your jug and give me a drink. And who answers drink, let me also water your camels. Let her be the woman you have picked out for your servant Isaac. Then I'll know that you're working graciously behind the scenes for my master." Okay, so he was out there like, God, give me a sign. But he's already gone. Okay, so the key here, active dependence. All right, so I'm trusting God. I'm believing God. I'm asking for help and confirmation, but I'm moving. This dude was already out here. He needed the water to drink and the camels to be thirsty because he's already moving, okay? So too many times we sit there and pray, God, give me a sign. God, give me a sign. But we won't get up off our butt and do something. We won't even walk. It says we walk by faith and not by sight. That means you got to move, okay? Everything's not always going to be laid out to you step by step by step by step. Because if it was, you might not move. Okay? I'll give you a life example. When we decided to move here to LA, we had X, Y, and Z planned. We're going to use the money from this. We're going to use the money from that to pay for this, pay for that. Melissa will get a job, month, 2 or 3 tops. Tops. She's well qualified. 2 or 3 months tops. We'll renegotiate these deals. This will happen. All right, TV. All these things we need to happen. Okay? So we're going to move. Believing God that this is what's going to happen. Well, guess what? Didn't get a job in 3 months. Matter of fact, it took Melissa 6, 7 months, almost 8 months to get a job. The contracts that we were relying on to get renegotiated and become more didn't get renegotiated. All Right TV, Tracy Edmonds, we were relying on that to be renegotiated. Didn't. So everything that we had set up didn't happen. But along the way, other doors opened. We had an opportunity to work with Russell Simmons. We had other opportunities with Tracy Edmonds. We had other opportunities in general. We had stand-up comedy. Basically, everything else we needed. Then Melissa got a job. Things got more stable. And the things that we were relying on didn't pan out. But the things God had planned for us all panned out. Jobs that were just some one time, some overtime, some, whatever. It happened. But it happened once we got here, not in Washington. Once we decided, God, we're going to move by faith and we're going to trust you and believe, it started happening. Same thing with this movie. As I film this, I don't know how much money we'll make. You'll see this video week after I filmed it, 10 days. I don't know how this is going to happen. When I started, I didn't know. All I knew is I want to do it, and along the way, God's going to bless it. So I'm just believing that somehow or another, if we raise $10,000, glory be to God. If we don't, I'm trusting God that something else will happen. Something that I was supposed to pay for will get cut down. Whatever. But I'm just trusting God that it's going to happen. And I pray the same thing happens to you. It's your boy, KevOnStage. See you tomorrow.
What's up, everybody? It's KevOnStage. Come subscribe to my YouTube page. Don't you be bitter. Just follow me on Twitter. What's up, everybody? It's KevOnStage.